In this episode about 2-year-olds, we discuss the importance of routine when it comes to food. What your child is capable of developmentally,
Pop it up.
and how to encourage cooperative behaviour in the supermarket.
Kia ora, my name's Kyle McNaughton. You might know me better as Scotty from Shortland Street. Scotty has his own ups and downs on the show, at the hospital and in his personal life. My ups and downs generally revolve around my whānau. This is part of my whānau. Uppy here, who's my eldest boy, he's 7. Noah is the youngest, he's 2.5. This is our cuzzy Ezra. My daughter Kiki, who's 4, she's having a sleepover with one of her cuzzies. My Shortland Street schedule is pretty good. It's a Monday to Friday gig, which means I've got the weekends to hang out with the kids, and we like nothing more than coming down to the beach and having some kai at lunchtime.
By the time your child is 2, it's important to have created an environment where eating is fun and enjoyable.
What are these? Do you want one? You open that one.
Long-term food hang-ups can begin at this age.
Ow. Nom nom nom. No. We always found that if we want him to eat something, the best thing to do is to eat it yourself and to show that you enjoy it. Is that nice?
2-year-olds love attention, whether it's positive or negative. The more fuss you make about eating, the more fuss they'll make, and the longer it'll go on.
It's good if you can avoid arguing with your child over food. The more you argue with them, the longer it will go on. So try and avoid bribing them by saying, if you don't eat your dinner, you can't have your dessert. Forcing them is just going to make them more and more determined. So just remove the food, mealtime's over, they'll be hungry at the next mealtime.
You gonna cut these? Yeah.
It's good fun involving your child in preparing food. Chopping, stirring or mixing are all things they'll enjoy. And there are unlimited ways to be creative with how you present food to your child.
2-year-olds love to be independent, and it's important that they have a little bit of choice.
Chester, do you want some cheese or do you want peanut butter? Cheese?
What do we say? Please don't.
By offering 2 choices, both of which you're happy with, it's a win-win situation. It stops your child saying no automatically.
If you think of an eating period as sort of 24 to 48 hours rather than just an individual meal, and not stress about what your child's getting at each individual meal, but look at it over the period of the whole day or even 2 days. They have days where they eat really well and other days where they don't eat so well.
Children may drop their daytime sleep around now and be very tired by the end of the day. Moving dinner earlier or shifting the main meal to lunchtime for a while can help.
Dinner's ready.
Let's turn the TV off.
Try to sit down to eat with your child for at least 1 meal a day. When a child knows food is served at regular times, they can relax and not obsess over food or get into the habit of eating too much when it is available.
It is the one thing he's always eating, isn't it?
Mealtimes as a family is a lovely time for families to come together, to just pause from that busyness of the day and just reconnect with each other. And it doesn't have to be anything special, it doesn't have to be special food, but just it's a time when children and parents can sit down and just be in each other's company and have that reconnection that we need as families to continue with our healthy relationships.
You finished already?
The investment that you make now with eating patterns and meal times certainly pays off in years to come, particularly during the adolescent years. And I know that can seem like way off into the future now, but you'll certainly reap the rewards later.
Try that. One more. Good, yeah. No.
Coming up, 2-year-olds are running and jumping.
You know, you hear a lot about the terrible 2s, but in my opinion, 2-year-olds get a bit of a bad rap. Sure, they like to get their way, and they throw the odd tantrum to let you know they really mean it. But that's what being two is all about. It's what they're meant to do. It's about asserting their independence. Now, Noah has his good moments and bad moments. When he throws a tantrum, he can kick and scream and hit just as good as the rest of them. But it's usually because he's frustrated or tired or stressed or hungry or bored. He's at his best when he's got something to do. Who are you making that for?
For the baby.
Are you going to call out to them to come and get their juice?
Baby, come and get the juice.
When I count to 3, you jump down and you put your boots on, okay? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Okay, put your boots on. Turn around here. Come around here. You lean on this one. You lean on this. By the age of 2, these little guys depend less on us to look after their needs. They begin to enjoy other kids' company and other outside activities.
And at this age, their language is starting to blossom. They'll add many words to their vocabulary every day and will start speaking in 2- and 3-word sentences.
What happens at the beginning with the train, Chester?
With train, broken train track. Train come off, train track. I down bus, go on a train, take train.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
A lot of the words your child will say you'll be able to understand, but if they say a word wrongly, say it how it should be rather than tell them they've made a mistake.
1, 2, 3. Good catch.
I caught it.
Can you say, I caught it?
I caught it.
Clever boy.
2-year-olds can understand a lot more words than they can use, and they can follow 2-step instructions.
Noe, when you've finished brushing your teeth, can you turn the water off and then put your brush away, please?
Okay. I'm butchering. I already put it.
Thank you for doing that.
Your child can greet other people and use please and thank you.
Here you go, Noe. Do you want me to break it up?
You break it.
And use your manners?
Please.
Please, can you break it up?
Please, can you break it up?
Of course. Then what do you say?
I do.
You're welcome.
When it comes to counting, some children can parrot numbers as early as 2 years of age.
1, 2, 3.
Awesome. Give me 5.
This is rote counting, but doesn't mean that they understand the meaning of numbers.
Put the other one. Some.
Before they can understand numbers, children need to be able to classify or group things.
No.
Provide opportunities for children to sort things, like all the yellow blocks, for example, including information such as colours, numbers and names when you talk to a child really helps, as to concepts such as bigger, smaller, more or less.
What colour's that?
Boo.
Blue.
Your child is probably running by now and constantly on the move. Being physically able produces children who are strong, joyful, curious, persistent, successful and a challenge taker.
Yeah.
A child learns best when their parents are active participants in the learning process.
Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Freeze. Musical statues are great fun. When the music's on, dance wildly. And when it stops, be still.
I'm here.
Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Find your voice, play and sing. Ring-a-ring-a-rosies, wheels on the bus go round and round. Did you? Or another simple game to play indoors is catch with a rolled up pair of socks. Yeah!
2-year-olds are learning to lean forward, jump, climb low ladders and balance on one foot.
Get ready to fly.
Setting up an obstacle course is a fun way for children to try out newfound skills.
Can you help me,
As they navigate their way through objects, they'll learn spatial awareness, just how big or small they really are. And marking out shapes on the ground for your child to jump in and out of is great fun too.
Children this age are naturally adventurous.
If you find yourself calling out careful or don't a lot, give the pause prompt praise method a go.
Do you want me?
Pause to see if the activity is dangerous before interfering.
Yeah, I want to see you climb up the tree. Can you climb up the tree?
Prompt the child to do the activity safely if necessary.
That's it, then you can stand up. Good listening, buddy. Make sure there's nothing sharp on the ground that you can land on and hurt yourself. You ready to jump?
Yep.
Woohoo! Good landing.
Praise the child on how well they did the activity or found the solution.
I want to catch you.
Okay, you're gonna help me.
Enjoy the endless energy and creativity of your 2-year-old.
Good catch. Hello, darling. How was your sleepover? Good? Good. At the top of Noah's list of favourite things to do is riding on his bike. Now, he's pretty adept with his language, and physically he wanted to run before he could walk, and I think that's probably because he grew up with an older sister, Kiki, who's 4, and Uppy. Okay, guys, let's go and get an ice block. Come. Let's go. Uppy's already gone. Come on, Noe.
Coming up, our mums and dads speak honestly about what becoming a parent means to them. And how encouraging good behaviour lessens the likelihood of having to deal with the difficult stuff.
Becoming a parent has changed my life in every possible way. Nothing that I do now is anything like what I did before. It's challenging, it's hard, it's learning something new.
One of the challenges would be, I would say, financial to start with, because Jennifer, she was store manager with telecom. So her, and as a new migrant, right, we had to buy a new house, and it was a tough decision for us, having just gone into a huge mortgage, but then took a decision, no matter what, she will stay back home and look after him until he's 5.
For me, where I was in a high-pressure job, being a doctor is not such the most important thing in your life. It's more your kids, and your long-term decisions are not based on necessarily what you want to be in your career. It's also had to be coupled with where you want to be with your kids and your family.
We don't have as much family support as we could because we had our children older in life, and so I think trying to prioritise, having to buy some time to get some help in, so you can actually have some time to yourself, or you can go out on a date night, or just to spend time together. I think that's probably the biggest challenge.
I'm the last in my family to have children, and I just thought it'd be just like having another niece or nephew, but it definitely isn't. These guys, I love them to bits, and I just can't get enough of them. So yeah, I don't know, it's changed me big time.
We both have different ideas of how to bring your children up, and unless you would communicate that, you'd have problems. And we did at the start, and you can imagine every parent would. And I think now, after three months, you learn as you go along, and it is about communication. And if you communicate, things are a hell of a lot easier.
Having to work full-time, you actually got to find the energy at the end of the day to actually be cheerful and, be with it with the kids. That's quite challenging. But I think with everything in life, with practice, you just get better with it.
I want them to be self-sufficient and happy, and to learn to have good values in their life, I think, so they can lead a rich and fulfilling life.
I really just hope that they grow into happy, healthy adults and, well-balanced and love their parents and love each other. Hey. That's all I want for them.
I think happy, contented and confident, and if we can give them good memories of happy times growing up, you know, it's happy childhood, good family times together, strong family life, then that's as much as we can ask, really.
Where's the milk? Where's the milk that we choose? It's the blue one. Okay, can you take that, buddy?
Yeah.
Noah's great when he's got something to do, and he likes to feel as though he's doing something helpful. Good work. Now let's get some bread. Where's the bread? Where's the bread that we buy? That's the one. Here you go. You take that to the counter, buddy. Awesome. One of Noah's biggest dislikes is sitting in the trolley at the supermarket. He'd much rather be running around like a free spirit, which makes the weekly supermarket shop fraught with challenges, something I'm sure you can all relate to.
There are all sorts of errands that need to be run to keep the household ticking over. And once you become a parent, you'll have a constant companion by your side. Supermarket shopping can be heaps of fun, but it can also end in tears and tantrums. There are, however, lots of ways you can encourage good behaviour.
And what do you think we should take for a snack when we go supermarket shopping?
Cookies and dried fruit.
Cookies and dried fruit.
Avoid shopping when you're in a hurry or your child is hungry or tired. Having a going out bag packed with snacks, a drink, nappies and a few toys or other distractions is a good idea.
Okay, so we're ready to go now. What type of behaviour do we have when we're at the supermarket?
Good.
Good. What do you think you need to do? Are you allowed to run around?
No.
Ask them how they behave at the supermarket. What's good supermarket behaviour, so that you're not always the drill sergeant. And then when they've come up with those ideas, they're far more likely to employ them themselves.
And so if you're really good and you listen to Mummy, what's something you'd like to do when we finish shopping?
Kick a ball.
Kick a ball round. Where would you like to do that?
And look for some waterfront.
Okay, that sounds good. What else are we going to get? What else do you think we should get?
Get involved. Ask them to count so many carrots into a bag. It can be educative.
Nevy, how many bananas do you want? Do you want all of them? How many are there? Do you know? Are you going to count them? 1, 2, 3. That's good. Good girl. 4. That's right. And the last one, 5. 5 bananas. High 5. Look, you've got some cookies.
Because toddlers and young children often have very few choices in their environment and are often being told by us what to do all the time, it's really a good idea to prime their choice-making ability by giving them a couple of choices. Make both those choices outcomes that you're quite happy with, but allow them to make the decision so that they can feel a part of it and you can reduce their frustration.
Up one of the last aisles, your best-laid plans will probably be tested.
Oh, Navar, can you come here, please? Did you know just then?
Kathleen explains clearly to Navar that she doesn't like what he's done.
So why do you think you shouldn't stand on a trolley?
Because I'll hurt myself.
You'll hurt yourself.
But she hasn't left him feeling belittled.
Navar, do you want a drink? Just a quick drink?
Often unwanted behaviour tells you it's time for those goodies you've packed.
Hi. Hello. You going to help Neve put the items on? Thank you. The blueberries. Do you want to put up Daddy's magazine?
And if you've promised something in return for good behaviour, it's important you honour your word.
How well do you guys think you did today shopping?
Good.
You think you did good? How well do you think you did? Better. Better? Okay. That's it! Whee!
It all comes down to how much energy and patience a parent has in the moment as to how we deal with challenging situations. But it's important to take time out for yourself and make sure you do things that recharge your batteries. I think for me, it's going to the gym or going on a date with my wife to the movies or something. And don't feel guilty about taking time out for yourself. It'll make you a better parent in the long run. Come on, let's get inside. Ka kite.
No matter what age your child is, you can apply the 6 key principles of SKIP to your parenting. This gives your kids the best chance of growing up to be happy, capable adults. Let's look at setting limits and boundaries.
Well, believe it or not, actually children both need and want limits and boundaries. They're really important that we set them with our children, and it just helps them to know between what's right and wrong behaviour. And so when we do this with love and warmth and encouragement, then our children just thrive on this.
That's right, there's no reason why we can't say no in the same kind way as we would say yes. They're simply words. One means we don't do it this way, the other means this is the way we do it.
So limits and boundaries are just like the rules you have for sports. I mean, why do you have rules for rugby?
So that people don't hurt each other.
So everybody knows how to play.
To give the game structure.
To keep things fair for everyone.
You know what to expect.
It's more enjoyable. So children actually appreciate having rules, especially when they're fair and just. And telling them what you want works far better than telling them what you don't want. Thanks, Rachel.
Remember, if you don't have too many rules, you're more likely to stick to them. That way, it's easier to create a yes environment.